This podcast is rated off for realness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Basement Bookers podcast. This is the second to last episode of the year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It is currently Friday, December 23rd. So today we're recording. This is before Smackdown and Rampage, but we will have all the stuff you want from that next week. But in the meantime, before time, Basement Jarrett, Rich DeRiz, Basement Bookers podcast together with you will take the time to acknowledge the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. He is still the undisputed Universal Champion, the War Chief himself, approved of the Basement Bookers podcast, the unofficial, official podcast on the island of relevancy. Rich DeRiz, welcome to the Basement Bookers podcast.
Thank you, bro. Happy holiday. Merry Christmas to you, bro. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to everyone in the Bookiverse. And
I meant to look up what day of Hanukkah it was before the podcast. I apologize.
It might be the 4th.
Okay. Happy maybe the 4th day of Hanukkah, but in general, all of Hanukkah, because we're not podcast every day.
Right.
So I would be remiss if I didn't say that.
I also don't know what day Kwanzaa is or what other holidays might
Shut
be
your
happening
mouth.
around this time.
Stop
What?
it. We're moving around. We're moving
All
on.
right.
We're moving on here, okay?
All right. So either way,
don't start your happy holidays bullshit. Okay?
Holiday obligations are why we are recording early. Obviously, that just to let everyone know. So let's get on with it. Now that we've done
he parties like a 20-year-old, just so you know.
No.
Just so you all know, he's going for parties. That's what he's doing. He's a party animal.
I do have a birthday event to go to tonight, but that's whatever. Regardless and irregardless, let's move forward with the news, rumors, and BS, as we always do. First up, in a follow-up to last week's story about Mandy Rose's abrupt release from WWE, her agent revealed to TMZ that in the 6 days following her release, she made $500,000 from her fan time page.
You're supposed to ask me what I think about it.
What? Right? What do you think about that?
Well, for starters, this is how the soup is made. You let me know how you feel, and then you ask me how I feel. This way we don't talk over each other.
That's a lot. So let me see. 500,000 divided by $40 per person per month is 12,500 subscribers. That's not even a tremendous amount of subscribers.
Listen, like, I didn't even wait for my turn, but
yeah. Sorry.
No, you're not done.
Go ahead.
I'm civilized.
Yeah,
I've been civilized. All right.
It's your turn.
I'm missing teeth. Leave me alone. All right. So here's the deal. I think that's just what's being reported. I think it's more money than that. I think there's other avenues, and I'm only basing this off of Twitch e-girls that make a lot more money than that. Okay? And she's Mandy Rose. So I'm pretty sure now she's going to make so much money. It's not even, it's like what, just do it while you're young and get what you got to get. Just like I said last week. No, I'm not knocking her hustle. She worked hard for that body and continues to sustain it. And, many men, some probably, they're just doing what they do. You got that income, go ahead, especially while the dollar's still kind of okay.
Yeah. And really, you can't get mad at it. And to the people that say, oh, she got her start in wrestling, but she really didn't do anything. Well, have you watched the last year of NXT? Because not for nothing, she's been killing it.
Stay mad, hoes.
Yeah. She's absolutely destroyed the NXT roster, right? She's proven that she can be a commodity in the wrestling world. If WWE isn't willing to work with her to really give her whatever she wants, let her go do what she wants to do. She's making this kind of money, not having a car accident, the equivalent of a car accident every week. Good for her.
And good for them.
Correct. Good for whomever is investing their money in
Keep
that
it
fan time
tasteful.
page.
Be smart about your brand.
Hmm.
You know, just don't. I hear things like they be going crazy with this stuff. You just keep doing what you're doing, and that's the wrap. Like she's been very good with her brand, so I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, there are plenty racier and less self-respectful fan time pages out there, even just related to wrestling. So she's doing good. Good for her. Moving
Yeah.
on, moving on from that, really the biggest story this week was body cam footage from Velveteen Dream's arrest in August was released by TMZ. We showed it on the Facebook page for the Basement Bookers. At some point, he admits to being, quote, a little inebriated, but is proclaiming his innocence to the charge of battery the entire time. Towards the end of the 6-minute video, he starts accusing the arresting officer of not reading him his Miranda rights in an obnoxious manner.
Yeah, he's like, you effed up. You an idiot. Are you a
Right.
rookie?
Yeah. We got a rookie over here. So
Who was he even talking to? There's no one else there. Is he talking to the body cam?
he probably just knew he was on camera and was doing the professional thing of not looking at the camera.
A little inebriated?
Listen,
I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at my monitor.
yeah, true. Me too. That's why it looks like I'm looking up. So he was cuffed before the video started, and there was a cut in the middle when he was put into the car between that point and when they started driving. So this version of the video can't prove whether or not he was actually read his Miranda rights. So obviously, as we reported, the charges were dropped. He was released.
I want to
Right.
see the whole thing, man.
Right. I
When
want
they
to see the
pick
whole
him up,
thing.
it'll be like the
Mhm.
best episode of Cops ever.
Yep. It's got to be interesting. Now, some people some sources have claimed this place was a gym. Some have called it a bathhouse. Now, a lot of gyms will have a sauna. I know sort of the stigma around bathhouses, but I honestly don't really know the difference, like as far as structure wise, between a bathhouse and a sauna. Honestly,
I think a bathhouse is just a sauna, I guess.
I probably should look that up, but
Maybe like a steam room, because there's got to be a difference between a sauna and a steam, right? Otherwise, it'd just be a steam
well, I
or a
think
sauna.
a sauna is a steam room.
So why do they call it that?
It's just a
You
different
know?
phrase for it. Bathhouse, I know, has its own connotation. I don't know the actual difference otherwise.
What kind of podcast journalist are you, Rich the Riz?
Crappy one,
Where
I
are the
guess.
facts related to the story?
Damn it. Velveteen Dream, you know where to hit us up. BasementBookers@gmail.com. BasementBookers on Twitter.
At Rich the Riz, his DMs are open. And he would love to tell you what school he goes to. uh,
We're here. We're here, people. All right. Moving on to the boo boo room.
Get well soon. We want you to get well.
All right. In a recent interview, Tony Schiavone disclosed Dean Malenko's recent health issues, saying in addition to Parkinson's, quote, he's also had a heart attack. He's got diabetes, so he has some serious health problems, but he's still part of AEW backstage. I'm a big Dean Malenko fan, and I really, really would like the Man of 1,000 Holds to last as long as possible. So I hope he can get the treatment that he needs if he's not already. Man,
maybe he should take some time off.
he should.
You know?
In the podcast, Shivani went on to say that like Malenko is generally the agent for and producer for like all their main event matches, typically, saying something along the lines of he doesn't take any BS from anyone, which straight in line with Dean Malenko's character.
Well, now he's got protection. It's like you don't want to be the guy that kills him because you stressed him out too much.
Seriously.
Mm.
Seriously. All right, moving on from the Boo Boo Room. In a recent interview, Maven admitted to having done steroids while he was in WWE, saying, quote, I did them. I did. I'm not sorry for it. I wish I would have taken more. I would have done everything the same.
I agree. More steroids. 100%. We all know how I feel about that.
Yeah, well,
Professional wrestling, you should be able to.
whatever
go.
it was he was doing or wasn't doing at the time, it wasn't helping.
Well, if he obviously didn't take enough. He probably took some just to get by. He didn't want anybody to call him out. But hey, you're
Mhm.
looking a little big. No, my head's just big. I'm bald. Come on.
He was bald.
Yeah, he
He
was kind of built
was.
a little bit. Like you could tell a little bit when he had some steroids, but not enough steroids. He was at that sweet spot, but not sweet enough.
Right. Jack Claffey, formerly known as Gentleman Jack Gallagher, lost his MMA debut last weekend, getting TKO'd in the first round to Marion Jones at the Full Contact Contender 32 event.
Look, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take,
Mm-hmm.
and he took one that didn't really help him.
Right.
And you got to try it out.
That left hook.
He didn't start in the UFC at least, for the whole world to see.
You know what? This that Marlon Jones, Marion, I think it's Marlon Jones versus the kid that beat Punk. I don't even remember his name. I think Jones wins.
Mickey Gall?
Mickey Gall, that's his name.
That's the first guy, and the second guy was he was a tough guy.
Two-time.
He just got off of work, and he went to fight CM Punk. And he did a good job.
He did. He won.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg noted on Instagram that his gold WWE Championship belt went missing while on tour, and WWE helped by posting about it on Twitter, asking if anyone knows his whereabouts to let them know.
Check Sasha Banks' closet.
Right?
She probably took it, Snoop.
Just borrowing
Allegedly.
Borrowing it from a cuz.
Yeah.
Last bit of news for now unless something else breaks. Ivy Nile announced on her Instagram that she got married earlier this week. So congratulations to the happy couple.
Yeah, I hope her and that, barbell weight bench are very happy together.
I'm sure they are. They just got married.
Yeah. You got to marry the gym.
Yeah.
Put her up.
Listen, if I had half the tone that she had, I'd be ready for Cancun.
Sure.
Well, that's it for the news for now. Let's jump to our highlights.
All right. Well, okay. So
you run the video.
It's not a video, really. It's this. So this is the first of many assaults on Monday Night Raw this week. The courtesy of the Bloodline. Sammy, they just finished beating the holy crap out of Adrian Chase or whatever his name is.
Andre.
He's here. Andre Chase. Adrian Chase is a character on Arrow and in the comic books. And he had a main event match he was supposed to have, but this happened, and then this is after. This is the triple threat. This is after the Street Profits. I think they beat the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley took exception to this because Dom was assaulted. And what happens next is a basement chair, dark red low light. And that is, here is the only offense that Tozawa has, and that's because Rhea Ripley posted herself. And the whole time, he wasn't able to lay a hand on her. I need you to look at me. I don't want this. I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. If you want to do intergender matches, you can't do them because you're a publicly traded company and you don't want men laying hands on women. So don't do it because it's freaking stupid. Because if Tozawa would have been able or allowed to do that, he could still take an L. This just makes it more fake and annoying. I don't like it. So what's your opinion on that?
I think it needs. I think you're right. It needs to be all or nothing. Like either have a match where the rules are standard. There's no pretext that you're not telling us, the viewers, that, oh, the men can't actually strike women because of this, that, and the other. No, it's a match. Strikes both ways, right? Holds both ways, or don't do it, because
Yeah.
this the in between, it's not working. You're hurting the credibility of the male superstar that you're having ultimately, in this case at least, lose to Rhea Ripley.
He was squashed.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, he was squashed. And two, if Nia Jax can take an RKO at a
Mhm.
619, then Rhea Ripley can take attacks. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about here?
You're right. Like,
She's like physically stronger than him.
Mhm.
Like, I would believe if he was allowed to defend himself.
Mhm.
Like, instead, he's just dodging. How is he going to win? To end of Street Profits are jerks.
Mhm.
They're jerks in this. What are you doing? You know he can't do anything to her.
Yeah. The only thing that saved it a little bit for me was the character work by Tozawa, when he was showing that, like, yes, he wanted to defend himself, but he felt bad about striking a woman.
He shouldn't
Right?
have taken the match. He shouldn't have got
Right.
himself peer pressured, right?
Right. Walk off.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
challenging
the
you.
bigger man.
No.
Technically,
You-
I'm the only man in this.
Right. Say, I'm not going to hit a woman. You pick a member of the Judgment Day for me to face. I don't care which one. You pick, and I'll face him as your proxy.
There you go. And she can interfere or whatever.
Right. Or just do the match.
Yeah. So then this is the beginning of the end there. That's the Riptide Part 1.
Mhm.
And then down he goes, and every man's fantasy. So we got that there, give or take,
Mhm.
you know, because they're wrestling, right? Okay, so we're going to keep it moving. We have Assault number 2. It's
Mhm.
Dolph and I think Elias? I don't remember. Oh, Cedric. It was Cedric. It was Cedric down there. And then you go, Kathy Kelly's like, hey, man, what's up over here? And there's Pierce. He's like, I'm trying to get Paul Heyman, but I'm in the middle of this super card. I got to do my team. They need me.
Yeah.
And Ziggler's like, Pierce he's on a super card or whatever, but it's the bloodline. That's who did this. And Hurricane's like, what's up with that? So,
Yep.
then we
That's what he
got,
said.
this is the next beatdown. This is against the club, the OC, as it were, the original club that matters, the only club that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And this will lead to a phenomenal match between AJ Styles and young Sammy Uso. Okay. So this segment here, Rich, this is a green highlight. This is Alexa. She's like, listen, I respect you. You got, Jesus Christ, your arms are huge. I just wanna feel like I'm okay. Just hug me. That's what she's looking for here.
Like, can I do chin-ups on those arms?
Yeah, it's friendly, and like she's all like calling her out. She's like, "Hey, man, that wasn't cool when you did that thing with me last week." And this happens. You're gonna see this beginning. Saxton's watching it happen in real time. Alexa's got the glass rose vase, and she's about to just break it off on poor Bianca Belair.
Immediately after the wide symbol flashed on that screen, by the way.
I thought that was at the beginning of the segment when it came up, and then it came away.
Let me see in my notes. I probably...
I don't have
No.
like...
My notes say the Wyatt logo flashes on the screen as Byron dismisses them.
Oh. Okay, then. All right, so then she's on the ground after that. It's like, man. So...
He's looking at that.
He's looking at that. He's like, I'm pretty hungry. And no. So we had the ladder match between young Dexter Loomis and the wily veteran, that is The Miz. The bags of money where you would put actual, you would put blankets in to store blankets. I think that's what that was. That wasn't really for money. So they reappropriated that. Rich, what was your reaction to the debut of young Bronson Reed on the Raw brand.
This
Uh,
guy.
Yeah, me too. I'm like,
But you know what?
oh,
But in NXT, we didn't see him as a heel, at least as far as I recall. His physique, I feel like would better suit a heel character. So I'm gonna wait and see on this. But his face, like if they try to make him a face, I can tell you right now, not my jam. Don't care.
I listen. The thing about Bronson Reed as a heel is he's got resting baby face.
He
You know,
does.
he looks like a baby face, and right now he's just like a baby face. As you ate the last pizza roll, he's looking down at the tray. He's not impressed with this. He's very upset, and he's taking the law into his own hands. And he hopes you burned your mouth. He hopes you ate that pizza roll before it was cooled.
He's 34, so yeah, I don't
I don't
know.
want to talk about it.
Yeah,
So,
he
so
looks like 10 years younger than that, but maybe 5 years, 5 or 10 years younger than that.
well, we're old. So Miz
We are.
gets the money,
Hmm.
and all is right with his world. Um, Listen, I don't think Miz even needed that money. Like, you just look at Maurice and just, go to that Instagram and you say, you know what? Miz is gonna be all right. So
Yeah,
next, so I have
Sammy
to,
Oos.
I have to, we all need to take this hit, okay?
Hmm.
That Sammy Uso single-handedly, with no assistance as far as the referee could see,
Hmm.
defeated AJ Styles with
That's
the
right.
Blue Thunder Bomb.
Hmm.
Can you believe it?
Crazy.
This, I couldn't believe it. I jumped out of my seat.
Hmm.
I was like, this is great. I felt like it was amazing. U2's A Beautiful Day started playing. It was amazing. It was the most incredible thing.
It's a big day for young Sammy Uso.
So Usi.
Hmm.
That is Usi. Just let you know.
Hmm.
So next, so this is a segment where I like to call F around and find out, where Seth's talking a lot of smack here. He's mentioned the bloodline. He said a certain person's name he shouldn't be mentioning. Shouldn't when it comes out of his mouth, he should put respect on it.
Hmm.
And which leads to our buddy Austin Theory. And
Hmm.
this image is, you will see, is after. Look at Seth's face. He is responding to him, Austin Theory, saying that he is the third
Hmm.
most successful member of the Shield, and that is that's right after that.
Yeah. He's like, wait a second.
I made sure to get that like exactly like his eyes. And this was before insulting his football team, and you know how Seth Rollins feels about the Bears. So
I'll say that I do.
okay, so it's why he always tweets he hates football on Sundays. So
Okay.
that at this point, the Usos, they're coming out because they heard what Seth was saying,
Hmm.
and the whole locker room's on notice, and you think, oh my God, it's about to be a tag team. I will say this about what happened here, and I should have said it when they were looking at each other. It's like a flip of when John Cena was feuding with Seth Rollins, and I mentioned this before. And because like if you look at Theory, see if I get it back there. Oh wow. So if Theory looks a lot like John Cena. He's got that same jar head,
Hmm.
and like Seth be like, why are you so angry, man? It's like
Hmm.
I feel like John Cena might have said that about him, talking about how he's got a bright future and all that stuff. I'm like, that's very interesting.
Hmm.
Um, so the Usos are like, well, let's handle this guy. And you think Seth's in trouble. He is. And here, no, 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 no. So this is
Hmm.
after KO comes. They're friends again. I guess it's going to be the Usos versus Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens for the main event. What do you make of
Hmm.
that, Rich Derez?
I mean, it was a good save. Kind of obviously makes sense because Kevin Owens feuding with the Bloodline and everything, and it was cool that they referenced their former friendship and then feud later on. Because, as someone pointed out, probably you, Kevin Owens is the only person within the wrestling universe that actually remembers things from more than a month ago.
Yeah, he's like Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Deadpool of Monday Night Raw, but way
He's like,
better.
"Don't you read this comic?"
It's like, listen, don't just look. When he'll like in the old days, they would have like a thing on the bottom, like in issue 47, True Believers or something. Like,
Yep.
but he's got all of that in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that
Respect to
about him.
Stan Lee, of course.
100%. Excelsior.
That's right.
All right. So
And
Becky's.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
No, I was saying, killer main event, of course.
Yeah. Well, I have everything here.
I
So
know.
in my own way. So
Mhm.
this is Becky. She's like, listen, I'm doing math. There's two of them and one of me and you. And when I lose, it's I own it. It's me, And you got
Mhm.
you got your little goons, and I don't think it's gonna go well for me tonight because cheating.
Mhm.
And of course, Becky Lynch, she's right.
Yeah.
Because so around this point, Sky Kai,
Mhm.
they are about to be ejected by this referee here. But as you can see on the ground, there is a monitor in the ring there.
Mhm.
And Miss Bailey, so like Kai just doesn't want to go. The ref's like, what is she even doing? Get out of here. And of course, it's too late because Becky's just selling that TV like she just took it to the back of the head there.
Mhm.
That's 1, 2, 3. So that's the main event here. This is the finish. Now, the pop-up power bomb was actually countered once,
Yep.
and Jimmy went around and got the second, and he got all of it.
Mhm.
This was like before that there was a brawl, I believe, like before the match even started, they were fighting.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Seth and KO started it.
yeah. I don't like when the undisputed tag team champions get beat like this because it's like
Mhm.
that's kind of like the problem with being Roman's guys, like the technically goons, but you're the
Yeah.
champions. It's like they should have won the match, especially
Mhm.
since they attacked them before the match.
Mhm.
So whatever. So that means it's going to go bad for KO. Hopefully later today. The tribal chief stands victorious. Oh wait, that's not today, is it? Because this was pre-recorded.
Yeah, it was
The
last week. It
Cena
airs
one's
tonight.
next week.
Yeah. Next
Okay,
week? Yeah, Cena's next week. The
because
30th.
the last one of the year, and that
Mhm.
concludes the Monday Night Raw lights. Basically, you know, most of it. So if you guys like that, we can keep doing it like that. You get more of instead of just little things here and there. We can just go through it real quick. That didn't
Mhm.
take any time at all.
That's right.
Um, all right. So are we ready for NXT?
NXT. NXT.
Okay.
I hate that crowd
So
though.
yeah.
They got to get back on tour.
Oh yeah. I think this is the right one. I almost put up the AEW one.
Hmm.
All right. So the first match we had Axiom versus our boy Carmelo Hayes. And
Mhm.
of course the match was pretty cool. And his friend's got to help out, He's just not gonna let that happen to him.
Mhm.
This is of course while the ref's back is turned. Always assume that.
Yep.
And then before he hits, it's like kind of like a code breaker ish, but kind of cooler. Like it goes
Mhm.
into a flip,
Yeah.
and then Mello doesn't miss. Sorry, I made that too short. So he does that leg drop that he does that I really enjoy.
They call it the nothing but net.
The nothing but net. That's right. It's actually nothing, Nuffin, just so you know.
Hmm. Like
So
muffin.
here's Grayson Waller, and he's like, "Hey, Roxanne Perez, she got her title match last week, and I want my title match." And Mackenzie like, "Yeah, but Braun's not even here. He's like doing
Mhm.
promotional work or whatever."
Mhm.
And he's like, I gotta take a dump, and then
He's got that face, like kind of face.
I'm
Yeah.
calling him out right now. And then next, so he runs into Dollar Store Garuch over here. And he's like, forget about it. And he's like, hey, if you see Braun, you tell him I'm looking for him. Knowing full well he ain't here. Of course, I think there's a North American Championship match. I think it's Tony Two Dimes or whatever the other guy's name is. He's got it. And he's like, Stacks, be careful about that,
Channing,
Okay.
not Tatum.
All right. So this is Nikita Lyons is supposed to take on Zoe Stark. So here you're going to be able to see in motion what actually happens. So she attempts to attack her. Zoe Stark does. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to get you. Yeah. She misses, and then bop, she gets that kick. But it went too fast. Sorry, guys. The W is by Zoe Stark, who referees facing the wrong way. You can't see because of Basement Bookers. She's got the ropes and really what an image. So she's got her held down. There's no way she could kick out of that. She used that badonka donk against her, and that's how you win. That's how winning is done.
Yep, that's like stacking the stack against her.
Yes, exactly. So this was the bar segment. I keep forgetting what Kiana James.
Yes.
Okay, and what's the smoke show's name behind her?
Hold on. Oh, it's in another window.
Because you always put letters, and I'm not good with letters.
Damn. Yeah, KJ is Kiana James.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll just call her Smoke Show. So Kiana James and Smoke Show are at the bar, which is not a bar. It's really not. And well, maybe it is. I don't know. Looks like it's got bad Christmas lights up back there. And basically, this sets up the battle for the bar, which is for next week, I believe. And I really haven't been paying attention to this. Maybe I should.
Sorry, Gianna Ebernio.
We'll just call her Gianna. And so next you got. So I had to say this because, every time you see him, he's got this dumb look on his face. And I guess we find out why that is later on in the episode, because he might be interested in one Kiana James.
Yes, quite.
And she's not having it. What's her name again?
Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley. And she's like, listen, I'm gonna beat your butt, and you're not even gonna know what happened to you, because you're gonna be looking up at the lights, and you're not motorboating these. Okay, so then. This is the tag team title match. It's the champions versus Ivy Nile and the other one from the Diamond Mine.
Tatum Paxley.
Tatum Paxley. Okay, I see it now. All right. So this is a reversal. So she's got her in the guillotine. So she kicks and then turns it into a cover, which you're going to see here. And that's the dub right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So Oro Mensa? Oro Mensa? Is he in Mensa?
I don't know.
Isn't that like
look that
people? Maybe that'll be his thing. He's got glasses. That's why that means intelligence. That's why I don't wear them during the podcast.
So they are bejeweled.
That means that he's smart and he's down to clown. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. So there's a little heartwarming little interview here. The shucky ducky quack man himself, Booker T, and his student, the new NXT champion with huge shoes to fill, huge spandex to fill. The champion herself, Roxanne. You don't gotta turn on the red light, Roxanne. And this
got
is
the
her
rights
dream.
to that?
No, but it's not enough, and I sound nothing like him. So that was pretty cool. So now we got another dose of Carmelo Hayes.
Mhm.
Apollo Crews is like, man, look how man you're so good and you got the what's the word the drip. You're so drippy.
Mhm.
I'm impressed by your drippiness. You can grow hair on your head. It's very impressive. Um, and I guess this sets them up for later.
Mhm.
So this next segment, by the way, I like Isla Dawn's outfits. They're really
Yes.
cool.
Mhm.
And she's got this magic red. I'm gonna assume it's the cherry flavored pixie stick.
Mhm. Mhm.
Many of them, many red pixie sticks were lost in this, and I hope it was for a good cause. It's a
Or
poor
Fun Dip.
yeah, or Fun Dip. It's a poor Alba Fire's eyes, and she's
Mhm.
not having a good time. She even winds up in the trainer's room. Grayson Waller's stupid face pops up there. I was hoping she'd like beat the crap out of him, but that's neither here nor there.
Mhm.
Um, so so this next bit, um, Mr. Chase himself here, it's a whole line of all the students, and then trying to give him a present, and he's
Mhm.
got the fruit cake, and this guy's like, "The hell are you doing here with this fruit cake? You don't know I'm allergic. You want my esophagus to seal up?" And then it's like, so after that, like three people, they like
Mhm.
dip because they also have the fruit cake.
Yep.
And this next Duke Hudson, he's like, I didn't bring a gift. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this gentleman's gift, which
Mhm.
we'll see soon. Does it really pay off too well? It does, but it doesn't. But maybe it's a wink and a nod to the fans. But like this lady, I love her face expression because she
Mhm.
was looking at the conversation, and then when Duke mentioned the principal, she
Mhm.
put the face on. She's like, "I'm not looking at this. I'm not. It's not my business."
Yep. She's like, I don't think I believe him, but listen, if this guy does, whatever.
And Duke's like, the principal, and he's like, "You mean the dean?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Australia." So
Mm. Hmm.
then he goes. Then Duke's like, "I'll give him and this is the gift."
Mhm.
Now I'm no scholar, and maybe Rich, could you tell me how you spell professor?
Uh, one F, two S's, OR. That looks correct.
All right, excellent. I thought it was spelled wrong, so I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that would have been great if it was.
But I looked it up.
Mhm.
And it is professor, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
It's two S's, and there you go. So I'm an idiot who can't spell. You're
No, the
welcome,
OR
everybody.
and ER thing is confusing.
Yeah, so I didn't even know he is a professor. That's crazy.
He's a professor. He's got the school named after him.
I
He's a
can't
he's
even.
he's a wrestler.
It's
What
weird that
does
he's a
I?
professor in the university that he's not even the dean of.
I know, right? But it's named after him,
That makes
or
sense.
is
I
it?
guess because he's the best student. Whoa, what if he's named himself?
Is it like his family
What
and
is
like
the
his?
end game here? There was
I
a
don't know.
bring it in though. There was a group hug.
Hmm.
I stay. I keep a close eye on this because I'm very interested. All right. So this is the bit where Rich bring in the was it like the red highlight here?
Yeah.
This dummy, Keanu James,
Hmm.
like, hey, good luck, and the smoke show over there, always with the glasses. I don't know why she didn't have glasses in the other one. Maybe it was for glare, But hey,
Hmm.
there she is. She's the best.
Hmm.
And
Definitely check out our Instagram.
yeah, I see. I will, and you should too. So Fallon's like, hey man, what the heck? And even the guy from the Evolve, Jason Briggs or Jackson Briggs, or whatever they
Josh
call him,
Briggs.
Josh Briggs, Jay Wright,
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
He's wasted here, by the way. So hopefully this splits them up eventually.
Can't wait.
Uh, So, and in the sheer, they're like, hey man, these ladies, they wrestled their butts off. You guys, not so much. You guys, I don't like your shirt. Stop wearing your hat on backwards. What are you, 18? Look at us. We're amazed. Look at our nice clothes. Get out of town. I'm a movie star.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I will rock maroon because I can.
yeah, you moron.
Mhm.
So here comes this is of course our boy Grayson Waller. He's like, listen, I want a piece of that Braun breaker. You come and get it. I'm not afraid of you. And so Braun comes. Actually, he's the whole time Waller chanting, "Break me, break me."
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh. And then of course,
Yeah.
as soon as Broad Breaker attempts that, I'm like, oh, here we go. And I feel like this has happened before.
Jericho and Oldberg.
Yeah,
Well, he was Oldberg.
that's right. He was actually
Mhm.
Oldberg. And
Was it Jericho? I think it was Jericho. I think Sting might have done it too.
well, either way, I don't
Mhm.
think this would do that kind of damage, if I'm being honest.
No, I'm sure it's just what they had on hand.
Unless, of course, he uses intensity. He knows that his strategy is intensity and power, and it was too much intensity and power. And there we go. Waller has fooled young Braun Breaker, also young Waller. They're both young men.
Hmm.
Um,
Steel plate or
yeah,
aluminum plate or whatever.
not bad. Decent episode of NXT. I went by pretty smooth, especially for your boy Basement Chair.
I was
What do you
one.
think?
So it took me. I was thinking for like a second, like, why is his jacket zipped all the way up? Then I'm like, he's got a plate under
Yeah,
there.
because usually you zip down your jacket and you're like, yeah, let's go. Come on. I'm gonna take my jacket off,
Hmm.
It's jacket time. Well, that's the
Yeah.
other guy, but whatever.
Oh,
Or as I like to call it, jack off time. All right, so
yes.
let's go.
Dynamite.
That's right. Drop the bomb at the fuse. Dynamite. All right, so keep forgetting I gotta pause things. And yes, spoiler alert, there is a little audio here for you guys. But hopefully they don't get mad because it's too short.
Mhm.
So young Ricky Starks is out here and he's like, listen, guys, I'm not the champion. I should be the champion, but you know what? I'm gonna dust myself off and I'm gonna go out there and drop some bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to play it not too
And
fast.
F
So
bomb comes later.
yeah, so yeah, everything's here. So Chris Jericho comes out and he's like, listen, man, you lost. I like you, and I talked to my left hand and my right hand, and we decided that you would be great in the Jericho Appreciation Society. And Ricky Starks. Hold on, sorry guys, this is too fast. So this is his response to Chris Jericho being mean to him. I thought it was pretty cool.
How to stay relevant. I like the fact that you constantly evolve. Hell, just a few months ago, you were coming out here built like an air fryer. And now look at you. You're lean, you're mean, you're shredded. You're dressed like a single father on his fifth divorce. I love it, pussy.
And then he says, the
Mhm.
J in JA stands for jobber, to which elicited this response.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't believe it. The disrespect.
Yeah,
It's like,
I love it.
jobber?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he was expecting that. Like, do they like clear stuff? Or it's like, whatever, I'm always interested.
Mm-hmm.
But so next, Ricky Starks
Oh.
offers Jericho something that he could suck on. And proceeds to start to unzip his pants. And much to Jericho's disappointment, it does not happen.
Mm-hmm.
So even put Ricky offers Jericho something to suck. By the way, when you guys watch the pod, if you watch on YouTube, you get to see me evolve in real time. This is me figuring out text in Adobe Premiere.
Nice.
Like little by little, I learn little things, and I just start throwing things in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's directly after that, Jericho's. He's like, whoa, he went there. I really feel like
Mm-hmm.
this might have been natural.
Probably.
So as you can see, Ricky Starks had just finished doing the
Strike a
that he does,
pose.
and the bucket hat, along with Hager, is coming out. He's come out from under the ring.
He loves that hat.
That's right. And he comes in, does a beat down, And
Mhm.
he's saved by the dude that beat Chris Jericho last week.
Action Andretti.
Action Andretti. I like the name. I
Action
think
is not a name. Can we not, though?
it's a verb.
Yeah. Like Andretti because you're fast. I get it. Cool.
I don't know. It's kind of like Action Bronson, but he's Action
Right.
Andretti. Um,
Still not a name.
at least he's not calling himself Marlon Andretti. You
Yeah.
know? I think I like him better than was it Deontay
Dante Wild.
Dante Martin.
Martin. Dante
Yeah.
Wild. Who's Dante? I don't know who Dante Wild is.
Maybe a UFC. All right, so he saves him, gets involved. So this is the Elite versus Triangulo de la Muerte.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, he's the cleaner, but a barbed wire broom is not really effective to me, I don't think.
Not in the way it was being sold. Because like when he hit, I don't remember who. I think maybe Pac. When he hit him with it, like he sold it as if he was hit with a baseball bat. Like no, like a broom.
Maybe
It's
if
not
it was
going to
all
hurt
broom
that
handle.
much. Yeah, like if it was the other way, right? Like if Kenny were holding the broom side and he hit him with the handle part. Yeah, this way it's like the bristles. It's going to slow the momentum. It's going to cushion the blow a little. It's
If
wrong.
his gimmick was like Picasso, he could paintbrush him,
Yes.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Just right across the face.
so of course, the Elite won, but
Mhm.
the Death Triangle does not take this lightly. And Q Moxley, as you can see,
Mhm.
Pac has hammered Balding Buck, as he's
Mhm.
called by Cornette, with the hammer there. He's got some juice on his chest, as you can see, and
Mhm.
over on his, Jackson's forehead there.
Yes.
And here's a closer look at the blood there. Look
Mhm.
how menacing he is. He's so menacing.
Mhm. The bastard.
So, and next we get everybody's favorite jerk,
Mhm.
MJF.
Mother JFer.
That's right. And he's like, hey, listen, Daniel, Brian Danielson, Durgenson, I'm not even worried about you. By the way, he was just running away through the halls and whatever. And his cameraman was just waiting for him here, but whatever.
Mhm.
I always find that could kind of be interesting.
He probably told him to, hey, get in here.
Get in here.
I got something to say.
And he won clean down the middle, as far as the referee's concerned.
That's
I
right.
always say that.
Mhm.
It's all right.
Hey, ref, prove him wrong.
So, Action Andretti, and he's like, I beat Chris Jericho, and I beat everybody. I don't care. I'll beat them.
Mhm.
And then this happens, where somebody's nipples got hard, and he came by.
As they do. Mhm.
And what's this guy's name again? Daddy Magic.
Yeah, Matt
Daddy Magic.
Menard.
Matt Menor. And he's over here. He's like, listen, you look at you. You're a good guy. But something bad's about to happen to you. And then, boom, here comes a
The wizard.
fireball. Now, we had many suspects on who it could possibly be. Now, one would automatically assume it's a wizard, but some thought maybe it could have been Dulcine from Street Fighter. It could have been some Yoga Fire,
Mhm.
but apparently it was not to be. I was incorrect. I'm sorry, guys. I jumped the gun. It was actually Chris Jericho. By the way, Chris Jericho has looked great, and I meant to mention that when he was out there with the bat and his jacket open, why doesn't he just paint his face like Sting too? Because that's all I could
Right.
think. I was like, it was like young Sting,
Mhm.
without the face paint.
Mhm.
He's like, you stupid idiot. He didn't say that, but I assumed that's what he thought in his mind. So here we go. Flashback here. We got
Ha.
Dander Dinderson and Renee Paquette. Of course,
Mhm.
I have superimposed talking smack. And look, the evolution continues, guys. See, I figured out how to put a thing in a thing.
All
So
right.
I'm learning as I go. So yeah, so they're talking, and Danielson is like, listen, Regal, he's done bad things, and I learned how to wrestle here, right here in San Antonio, Texas. William Regal and HBK and somebody else, they taught me. Look at me now. I'm making paper.
Mhm.
And then comes out Ethan Page and everybody's favorite Stokely Hathaway.
Mhm.
And he tells Brian Danielson that he should go home and be a family man. Quote a Guile for Street Fighter. See,
Mm.
now I can put my references in, so I don't have to explain them to you anymore.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought this was a great segment. I think it was one of the best of the show, in my opinion, because that's how I feel about it. I
Mhm.
love Stokely. And the next thing he says is great. He after telling Stokely the glare off his dome is distracted.
Mhm.
Brian asked if he could grow some hair, which I thought was effed up. It's like he can't help that. You don't think he tried? Sometimes it's okay to be bald, right, Rich?
That's right.
Embrace the
God damn it.
baldness.
Mhm.
Stokely calls him a quote raggedy bitch, and I
You
thought
raggedy
that was
bitch.
amazing.
Like he was
the
like
way he said
legit
it.
hurt by that. It was great.
The way he's like, you raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Stokely's great.
Yeah, he's awesome. And Ethan Page is like, hey, chill, man. We there's gonna be a curse later. We got a budget.
Mhm.
And so next, it's Moxley. He's like, I'm very upset. Pac, I'm coming after you because you took the juice. I don't get any juice in my match later. I know the future. I checked. I looked into my
Mhm.
Magic 8 Ball, actual Magic 8 Ball.
Mhm.
And he's talking
Tony's
about,
Magic 8 Ball?
yes. No,
Okay.
he's clean.
Oh.
So then he's like, listen, there's this battle royal or whatever. I'm
Mhm.
not even worried about it. All right. Then Samoa Joe, he's wishing Wardlow happy holidays because he's going to
From the
kill him.
king of television.
He is the king of television, Samoa Joe is. Look at him. He's even dressed like a king. Look at that nice
Mhm.
suit. That's definitely his Christmas tree,
Mhm.
and his art. He's probably painted it himself. He's very cultured.
Mhm.
Then we got the unceremoniously dumping of Jungle Jack Perry into the garbage by the former Big Cass because you can't teach that. You
That's
can't.
right.
You just can't. And
Mhm.
I had to add this next part because this dude just throws the garbage on top of
Mhm.
him. It's like, man, that's disrespectful. And this is after Hook had won his match. Like
Mhm.
I don't like, does Hook friends with Jungle Jack Perry? Like, what's the deal? Did I miss something?
He helped him last week after a beatdown or something,
Oh,
or
okay.
prevented a beatdown, or broke up a beatdown, something like that.
All right, that's my bad. And then next we had who's this fella?
That's Dante Martin.
That's the guy, right?
Yep.
I thought he was the other one. Isn't there like a
No.
team?
Oh, that's Darius. You're right. That's Darius Martin. I wrote Dante. I guess I'm used to Dante being the singles guy. That's Darius Martin. You're right.
And now the shoe is on the other foot, Rich Riz.
Like that. How the turntables have turned the table.
Yeah, it's because the other one's lighter than him. So
You can say that.
no, it's true. It's okay to be
It's
light
true.
skinned, bro.
No,
All
it's
right,
true.
so Moxley and and they fight, and of course this goes as you would expect.
Yep.
And here comes the exclamation mark.
The Death
And
Rider.
done. It's a wrap. And even Castagnoli, he's like, look at that. You see that? That could be you.
Mm-hmm.
Not even with that much passion. Then we had another episode of Hobbs House, as I like to call it. Pretty
Whose
good segment.
house? Hobbs' house.
Good way to kind of do like a reset on him before he comes back. We'll see what happens with that. Then we get the main event. No, it's not the main event. Main event is the women's title match. So this is FTR versus the A Boys. And with assistance, bro, he gets the dub on Cash Wheeler, I believe, because Dax Harwood is out of the ring somewhere, maybe, or
Yeah, I
the
think so.
opposite. So
I don't remember, to be honest.
I got audio here. Listen quick. This is Sanjay Dutt's trying to rap. Let's be on this.
Just a bunch of slack butts. Last week, Slackbacks got smacked up. Casper couldn't do his rap, that's bad luck. And by the way, your raps suck. Bones tried to fight, but he wasn't able, because Jay Lethal threw his ass right over a table. We'll make a claim run from the building, because we got something singing, he's one in a million. Granddaddy ass, get hit the pen. We'll get the tag titles, then you'll never scissor again.
Sounds like Eminem at that speed.
I know, right? It's like, wow, what a ill MC. I'm sorry if did you hear it well? Was it good hearing for you?
I
Should
did.
it have been louder? Okay, great.
No, it was good. But speaking of ill MCs, that is the segue.
So Rick Ross,
Mm-hmm.
he's a rapper. I feel like maybe he was supposed to speak more and forgot what he said. Because like
Probably.
he called for Swerve, like I feel like early. They try to play it off as like he's gonna take his time, and I guess everybody's gotta get into their places, maybe.
He don't work on your time. He works on Swerve time.
Yeah, and at this point, this is exactly when Rick Ross drops the MF bomb, unbleeped.
Yeah, which I don't know how that happened.
So
Someone's
you
asleep at the wheel.
gotta say that Tony Khan got a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
He had to have gotten a phone call, for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he got in trouble for Ricky Starks simulating opening his fly. You know, I don't know. Like I don't care, but you know how TV people be.
Yep.
So then comes, I think I might have some motion here. It'll be sped, so I'll try to pause as fast as possible. So next comes Parker Bordeaux. Now I had to get this because I think he's the worst. It's like they're like, dude, do Brock Lesnar. And he tried to do full R Brock Lesnar. So judge for yourselves. It's worse in regular motion. You see how he's doing a thing with his mouth and whatever?
Yeah.
And then he just gets dumped out. So this is after, and he's got to, if you got to jump up to lay in that chair shot, hey, more power to you, my man. But it does the job.
I didn't even notice that.
So,
jumped.
Yeah.
That's
because of how I watch it. So, first, who's the tattooed felon?
Former Houston Astros player Grandin Goatsman or Gottsman. I don't know how that would be pronounced.
I thought he was like on parole or something. But he looks scary. Like he could have been a Nails type character if they had like a policeman guy here.
Yep. I mean, who's to say he's not? Like, we don't know anything about him yet, other than he's got tats everywhere. Yeah, presumably everywhere. Everywhere visible.
Yeah. Like if you were looking for meth, he'd be protecting the lab. All right. So at this point, Parker Bordeaux is holding Lee down, and he's like, I got him. And then the other guy gets a cinder block, and then Swerve comes off the top right through the cinder block onto that belly.
Because if that were a real cinder block, it would not have broken.
Yeah,
it simply wouldn't have.
I don't know. It's sandwiched between this guy's 2 feet and Keith Lee's belly.
All of which are softer than a cinder block.
That's true. You don't know if he ate a bowling ball before, to protect himself. He decided to go full Waller,
Grayson Waller.
I'm not insulting Keith Lee. I like Keith Lee. Shut up. All right. So that I had to do this for Rich Derriz. Rich Derriz's favorite. Yes.
I think so far this is my favorite Hikaru Shida match. I like this match a whole lot. I know. It's really me. I have not been replaced by pod people or pod person. Or
I got to get like a round of applause thing for us now. I'm going to add that to the list of gimmicks.
Or a collective gasp kind of thing.
Maybe like a and then everybody.
But you know what? Like so you'll see I highlighted it in my notes, right?
Yeah, it's all there.
After highlighting that, like when I was collecting the news yesterday, I read that this match increased in viewership as the match went on.
That's amazing. I thought it was cool. I got to watch it today, so I enjoyed it. Definitely her best work. So there's Jamie Hayter with Britt Baker there. She's like, listen, you're going to go there. and punt her right in the you know what. And Hater's like,
Right in the sea.
nah, bro. I want you to distract her, and then I'm gonna hit her with that haterade or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens. So at one point, Hater's like, I'm tired. I'm gonna sit here and just keep kicking you
Mm-hmm.
like a boss.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the bit where like, oh no, kendo, and then
Mm-hmm.
she got the kendo stick there. Britt Baker does. I have to keep saying names because not everybody's on put onto the YouTubes, guys. So
Mm-hmm.
and then boom. So Hikaru Shida. Can you help me with this? What happens here?
So Hikaru Shida turns the table. She grabs the kendo stick from Britt and then takes Britt out with it. She hits her in the gut with the kendo stick while Hayter is recovering behind her, and the ref is still dealing with Rebel, and I would be too.
Thank you. And then next, so Shida tries to run up on Hater from behind, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't work out too good, and she gets that power bomb. There's a false finish then,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is after another power bomb, and then she hits the Haterade,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's the cover.
I was like, if she's not down, like if that's not the end of the match, I'm done. Like that would have ruined it.
Yeah, I
Ha-
think so.
yeah.
Sometimes they
Okay,
do
good.
too much.
Mm-hmm.
They use it all in the Young Bucks match.
True.
So right here, Tony, there was a beatdown afterwards. So Tony Storm
Mm-hmm.
comes out to make the save. The
Mhm.
numbers are still not in their favor. And here comes Saraya.
Mm-hmm.
Saves the day. There she is, standing tall. The
Because
three
this is
queens.
her house.
That's right. It's her house. She's already put a down payment. The bank's approved of it. Everything's good.
Yeah, she put up that
Um,
300 grand in the corner of the screen there.
that's right. She did. She's a real helper. Look for the
K-
helpers.
Is Tony Khan trying to create the longest match name? Is he trying to surpass the 30-man over the top rope Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal brother?
No, the objective is to get Tony Schiavone and Excalibur to feud with each other. Because, like, Tony Schiavone, I didn't get it here, but, like, maybe I'll do a reel. He's, like, almost got it, and then
Mhm.
Excalibur corrects him that he got the money amount wrong. He's like, man,
I didn't catch. I think I'm starting to block Shivani out.
you can't because it's funny. Like, their interactions are pretty good. That was
I think
Dynamite, which was pretty good.
I think I dislike Tony Schiavone's commentary work too much.
Oh, I could look past that.
I don't hate him personally. I just don't like his commentary work.
Okay, you
Let
can
him in,
not like.
let him interview whatever, but
Look, much like anybody might not like us. They don't, you know what I mean. It's okay to have an opinion.
that's true.
But yeah, that was Dynamite. I thought it was a decent show. You know, let us know what you thought about AEW Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I thought it was pretty cool. But when I have an easy time watching wrestling, it's fine. I didn't have too many things to be upset about. The Rhea Ripley, Akira Tozawa thing bothered me. It's like, yes, you could bring up China versus Eddie Guerrero, but there was offense in that match. And also,
Mhm.
like I keep saying about matches now versus matches then, it's like the Great Pyramids. You're not going to be able to do them now the way they did them back in the day. It's just not the same anymore. The world's different.
Everything is different.
You're not, yeah.
The
It's not the
the
indies.
the advertisers is different. The people that WWE is trying to sell their product to, the consumers, us, we're different. We have different expectations. Everything has evolved since the Attitude Era, for better or for worse. It's just how it is. Like if you take someone that has never seen Attitude Era wrestling, right,
Yeah.
and they just love this WWE product, and you show them some of that, they'll be like they probably wouldn't like that because this is what they're used to.
Yep, 100%. We got to move on with the times and live with the memories. And also, there's still the indie shows. Candice LeRae went bloody against Bucks. So, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to see a leg slap fest, sorry, indie.
You gonna finish that thought? I
books.
was waiting. Oh,
Yeah, you go to an indie show.
yeah. So, I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up of the week, or everything cool? Any thoughts?
Nah, I think that's it.
All right. Well, listen, guys, this was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Rich the Riz is gonna. Well, first I want to say, of course, as we said before, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Merry Hanukkah, Happy Christmas. Anything, whatever you celebrate, and if nothing, just you're here,
Mhm.
and we're here, right here. So enjoy your family, make it last. And don't forget to follow the bookers. And Rich Torres, he's gonna show you. He's gonna show you how to do that.
Yep, and before I even do that, thank you to all our new listeners for checking us out. I see Massachusetts, I see Delaware, I see Texas, I see you. Thank you for checking us out on the Podbean app and on a whole bunch of other platforms, which include Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, pretty
I
much
love
wherever you get your
Texas.
podcast. Yeah. Look us up. Texas got a cold wave coming through. A friend of mine living down there posted the temperature dropped 11 degrees in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I got family in Texas. I hear you.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as us, like today's high was like going to be like 54. Tomorrow's high is going to be like
8.
20
Oh,
or
yeah.
some ridiculous.
It's like 8 where my sister-in-law is gonna be. So
Crazy.
yeah.
Anyway, we would love to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you would like us to add to the show. Let us know what you think of the show. Any of it. BasementBookers@gmail.com. We got a Facebook page, Basement Bookers. We're, of course, on Twitter, also at Basement Bookers, at Basement Jarrett, Rich the Riz. If you're on the YouTube, you see the handles right there in case you don't know how to spell. Don't matter. We love you anyway. Jerry can't spell. It's all good.
No, I can't. Spell check's the best.
Mhm. I already told you where you can find us, so I am all out of sorts because I'm all out of order. Instagram, Basement Bookers Pod. And I think we're up
Basement
to the
bookers
part where
on
I say
YouTube.
Basement Bookers on YouTube. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's where you'd watch us, by the way. And Jay's got a party message.
As usual and always, the match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
And do what the man says.
Follow the booker.